Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL landscape is buzzing right now, and the Green Bay Packers are right in the middle of it. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could significantly bolster their defensive front and shake up the entire NFC. Word has it that the Packers are eyeing Kansas City Chiefs star defensive tackle Chris Jones, a player who has been a dominant force on the interior for years, and the speculation is that the Chiefs might be willing to part ways with him, especially if it means acquiring a first-round pick. Now, this isn't just idle chatter. There are solid reasons to believe this deal could happen, and if it does, it could be a game-changer for Green Bay. Let's dive into the details, because this isn't just about a player swapping jerseys. It's about strategic moves that could reshape the Packers' defensive identity and elevate them into serious Super Bowl contenders. The Chiefs, currently holding an impressive 11-2 record, are focusing heavily on their offense. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are still the stars shining brightest in Kansas City. But the Chiefs have also recognized that their secondary has been allowing too many passing yards, around 210 yards per game, and they're looking to upgrade their defense, especially their pass rush, which has been a bit inconsistent lately. That's where Chris Jones comes into play. Chris Jones, at 31 years old, is a proven, disruptive force in the NFL. Over his career, he has amassed an incredible 82. 5 sacks and generated 345 pressures, making him one of the most feared interior linemen in the league. His pass-rushing grade from PFF is an impressive 84.8, and he's been a 5-time Pro Bowler, which speaks volumes about his consistency and impact. Jones has been the anchor of the Chiefs' defense for years, and his presence on the line is undeniable. In 2025, he's projected to add to his legacy with around 65 pressures, ranking third among defensive tackles, 10 sacks, and a host of other disruptive stats. His ability to both stop the run and rush the passer is exactly what the Packers need to elevate their defense to elite status. Now, the Chiefs are in a bit of a tricky spot. They're sitting pretty at 11-2. But they're also facing the reality that aging players and cap constraints are forcing them to make tough decisions. Chris Jones, with a cap hit of $58 million, is a valuable piece, but also a player they might need to move if they want to rebuild youth on their defensive line. They're prioritizing their offense, especially Mahomes and Kelce, but the need for youth and cap flexibility at the defensive tackle position is clear. Kansas City has historically been willing to sell pressure for draft capital. Last year, they traded away some key pieces and focused on acquiring younger players to sustain their Super Bowl window. Now, the rumors suggest that the Chiefs are open to trading Jones for a first-round pick, potentially setting up the Packers to make a historic move. And make no mistake, this move would be huge for Green Bay. Adding Chris Jones to a defensive line already anchored by Kenny Clark could transform their entire front seven. Already, the Packers' defensive front has been a strength this season, but with Jones, they could reach an entirely new level of dominance. His presence alone would cause headaches for offenses, allowing linebackers and safeties to play more aggressively. The Packers have been looking for that game-changing interior presence, and Jones fits the bill perfectly. His ability to collapse the pocket and disrupt passing lanes would give the Packers a serious boost, especially in high-stakes playoff games. Statistically, the impact of a player like Jones would be profound. The Packers have been allowing around 115 rushing yards per game this season, which is decent but could be better with a dominant interior presence. Since acquiring Jones, and with Clark also playing at a high level, that number could plummet, reducing the effectiveness of opposing offenses and allowing the Packers to dictate the game tempo. In fact, this addition could lead to a 23% increase in pressures, putting more pressure on quarterbacks and forcing turnovers. Think about how Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love could benefit from a defense that consistently gets into the backfield, forcing mistakes and creating scoring opportunities. And let's talk about the long-term implications. The NFL is a league where defensive line dominance often correlates with Super Bowl success. Remember the Rams in 2025, after acquiring Aaron Donald and boosting their pass rush, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their legendary defensive front during their Super Bowl run. The Packers could be following a similar blueprint, especially if they add a player like Jones. His presence would ignite a potentially legendary defensive line, reminiscent of the dominant defenses of the past. The team's overall EPA, expected points added, versus the run would increase by around 17%, making them even more formidable against both the run and pass. Looking ahead to the playoffs, the addition of Chris Jones could be the difference maker. His pass rush grade of 86, 4 in playoff scenarios already shows he elevates his game when it matters most. A defense that can consistently generate pressure is crucial in the postseason, and Jones is a proven performer in high-pressure moments. His ability to disrupt defenses will be vital as the Packers aim to contend for their second Super Bowl in recent history. Odds for the Packers winning the Super Bowl have already shifted from plus 800 to plus 350 with the potential addition of Jones, reflecting the significantly increased confidence in their championship chances. His presence could be the X factor that pushes the Packers over the top, especially against tough opponents like the 49ers, where a plus 15% win probability in these matchups makes all the difference. Of course, this kind of move isn't just about immediate impact, it's also about signaling the Packers' intent for the future. Adding a player of Jones's caliber sends a message to the rest of the league. Green Bay is serious about contending every year. It's about creating a culture of dominance and building a defense that can compete with the best in the league. And for the Chiefs, trading Jones might be a strategic move to rebuild their defense with younger players, especially given their cap situation and the fact that they're focusing heavily on maintaining their offensive greatness. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just acquiring a star. It's about the strategic chess game that defines the NFL, and the Packers are poised to make a bold move if the opportunity arises. A defensive line featuring Kenny Clark and Chris Jones would be a nightmare for offenses, and it would give the Packers a serious shot at making a deep playoff run and finally bringing another Lombardi trophy back to Lambeau Field. The NFC is wide open, and with a move like this, the Packers could be the team to watch, dominating both the trenches and the scoreboard and setting themselves up for a shot at Super Bowl LX. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Do you think bringing Chris Jones to Lambeau is the move that finally pushes us into true Super Bowl contention? Or do you believe the Packers should focus on other areas in the draft or free agency? Whatever your thoughts are, I want to hear them. The NFL offseason is heating up, and the Packers are right in the middle of it, ready to make some bold moves. Stay tuned because I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and in-depth analysis of every twist and turn in this exciting NFL season. Whether it's trades, injuries, or game day previews, I've got you covered. So make sure to subscribe, share with your fellow Packers fans, and let's keep this conversation going. Green Bay is on the rise, and with a little bit of luck, a lot of heart, and maybe a big trade or two, we could be celebrating a Super Bowl victory sooner than we think.